Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome. I am hopping on real fast for a Tea and Tarot Tuesday because it is Tea and Tarot Tuesday. But it's not a real Tea and Tarot Tuesday. It's technically the recap of this week's Daily Divine for this week ahead that I already recorded the live unfolding over on my YouTube. So if you want to check that live unfolding, then you can take a look over on Princess Leah 888. But I wanted to come on and share with you what that week ahead was vibing like, because it is pretty beautiful. It's also might make some sense if you're feeling a little bit out of the weather. What is the word? Under the weather. If you're feeling really kind of like blasé, or if you're feeling a little bit even like physically, if you're feeling physical irritabilities, symptoms. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not here to tell you like what's going on with your body. As a daughter of a nurse and granddaughter of a doctor, I am the first one to tell you, go check out and talk to your doctor if you are feeling physical symptoms, but also let yourself rest if you need to. Ladies, let yourself rest if your body tells you to rest. Children, parents, if you're able to listen to your children's bodies, if they're telling you that they don't want to go to school and they're tired, or if they're coughing, or if there's some sort of like symptoms that's, just don't push them. Don't push them to out of their comfort zone. That's what I'm hearing this week, is to just let us recalibrate. And the reason why, just some astrological updates, we had Pluto move direct in the sign of Aquarius, which it has been in Aquarius since last November, but it has been retrograde for the last 6 months. So it's now finally direct, and it's going to now be set in Aquarius for the next 20 years. So this is what people like to call the age of the Aquarius, you could say, but this is going to be a big couple of decades of Aquarius energy working strongly with our big life-changing planet that Pluto is. Pluto is the planet of death and transformation by facing your fears. And Aquarius is the sign of the individual humanitarian, is the aqua carrier. So it's an air sign, it's not a water sign. Even though it looks like it's tricky, right? And that's the thing about Aquarius, is that they can kind of throw you off a little bit, because that energy is very innovative and unique and different, and something again out of the box, but it's also keeping in mind the sake of the collective as well. So the Aquarius energy doesn't mind standing on its own, being innovative, changing technology, and looking for new solutions to make things better for the collective, right? So Aquarius energy is also about 50 years ahead of their time. So if you have strong placements in Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, a stellium, wherever it might be in your chart, we all have an 11th house. Aquarius is very wise. They hold the space for the emotions. They can also have that disconnection, feeling, vibe sometimes, energy sometimes, because they're again holding space for that energy, for that emotion that Pisces comes in after Aquarius. It tends to hold. They're like that balance in between the Capricorn, which is very stoic and emotionless, and Pisces, that's very, very emotional, and they're the space in between. God bless you, Aquarians. But that's going to be pretty innovative. If you can tell I'm speaking slower, I'm moving slow, This is a slow, that's why I'm coming on for the time that I usually do my Tea and Tarot Tuesday, because it took me all day to get off my ass and to move. The only thing I had the energy for was taking a bath, taking more naps, and chopping my bangs, which I chopped a little bit too short. But I think it's kind of cute. Kind of gives a little 80s, little pixies, the pixie bangs back in the day. What was her name? The model Pixie, I think was her name. Anyway, I don't know. So anyway, let's get into the tea of what this week is giving us. And I did brew some citrus detox tea just to cleanse and clear the body. I also made some veggie broth so I can cleanse and clear and just let my body function, move, purge, rest, recover. And I want to tell you why after I take this sip of my tea. So the reason why, I guess I could have shown you before, but a cliffhanger is always nice. The reason why we are going through this big shift with Pluto going direct in Aquarius, and why we might be feeling a lot of physical ailments and just needing to rest, recover, or even recover in a way of exercise, changing up your diet, drinking fluids, liquid diets, fasting, whatever that might be, is because we're going through an evolution. You see this DNA, we're going through an upgrade in our DNA. And so we had that 10-10 portal over the weekend. And then also yesterday, shout outs to my madre. It was her Navidad. So Feliz Navidad to my madre. I love you so much, Queen Mama. But I couldn't even get out of bed. I was like, I love you. I'll see you later. From here, I'm sending thumbs ups and cakes emojis. But sometimes you have to do that, right? It doesn't mean you don't love them. It just means let me just shout out the way I know how to shout out. So I shouted her out on my daily divine and here again. But, you know. Anyway, let's keep on going. The brain fog is real. The DNA upgrade is real. What's happening right now is we have crystal keys in evolution. Our DNA is crystallizing. It's crystallizing into, I was seeing the picture of a caterpillar who cocoons and then eats itself into muck, right? Into goo. And then that goo crystallizes into the DNA that it needs in order for it to emerge as a butterfly. That's the transformation. That's the evolution. So maybe over the weekend you merged energies with someone or something that changed and shifted your own physical, emotional, spiritual DNA, as well as awakened you to the path that you are destined to continue to be on, or a brand new path that you know you need to be on. This is the Wheel of Fortune card at the bottom of the deck with the King of Crystals. Talk about crystal keys, and we have the King of Crystals. So this could be a specific divine masculine entering your DNA, shifting your DNA. You know when your heart gets activated by love, your whole body, your whole energy field recalibrates. Just like when you merge into union with another intimately, your souls merge, your body juices merge, and so does your energy. And so that's what's crystallizing. You could be crystallizing here with a divine masculine, or you could be crystallizing the masculine energy within you of bringing into fruition more stability into your life, more stability, security into your heart space. But whatever that is crystallizing, that's part of this, what's written in the stars for you. Also, speaking of stars, Venus also moved into Libra yesterday as well, as just a few hours after Pluto went direct in Aquarius. So that is something. Venus is a good balance. Venus is the planet of love and abundance and all things beautiful. It's the divine feminine planet. So it connects with Libra. Libra is also ruled by Venus, which is beautiful because that's her home state. That's her home planet. So Libra's coming back home. Venus is coming back home. You might be feeling like you're coming back home to this divine crystallized fortune that is destined to be upgraded and experienced in the physical. There's a lot of balance, reciprocity that is coming through. The Six of Pentacles underneath that, balancing out the Five of Cups under that, balancing out grief, balancing out what you are grieving, balancing and harmonizing what it is, the offer and receive, the give and the take, the healing process through loss and grief. And for those who have lost a beloved over the weekend, I send my love to you. If you did, you may not be watching if you did, but I have some beloved friends who I just found out had lost their sister to cancer. So I send my love and my prayers, because that is, again, death and transformation through the cycle of life. Death is part of life, and it's not fun or easy to heal through, to experience, to witness someone transition into your earth angel. And so I send my love, my prayers, my light for you and your family as you move through that. But even if it's not an actual death, physical, ego deaths, realizing that who I once was can no longer come with me into this new activated evolution. These patterns, habits, addictions, behaviors cannot follow me into this next chapter of the wheel that is spinning in my fortune. So what you need to do this week, beloveds, the most important thing is to eliminate 3 things: gossip, self-judgment, and blame. For your past, for everything leading up to even this moment is your past. It doesn't matter if it was 5 minutes ago, 5 days ago, 5 weeks ago, 5 years ago, even past lifetimes. Forgive yourself and release that judgment and blame, and stop gossiping about yourself, about others as well. But I feel like this is really speaking to gossiping about yourself, of who you once were, speaking poorly or badly about who you used to be, or needing to continue to reiterate that story, because it's not who you are anymore. Who you are today is who we want to hear about. We want to remember you without the judgment or the blame. We're not perfect. We're perfectly imperfect. And that's exactly okay. So, keep finding yourself in this universe. Keep unfolding. Keep expanding. You can't get it wrong, because you'll never get it done, because we're evolving. Even as we transition out of this human physical life, we're still evolving into different source energy, and so there is no such thing as a beginning and an end when it comes to energy. And I hope that helps a little bit with trusting, allowing, believing, surrendering, and upgrading, baby. Your life is upgrading. Your life is upgrading in all of its beautiful facets. Let it crystallize. Let your love crystallize. Because it's beautiful. That's all I'm going to say. I'll leave you to it. I hope this helps. If it does, heart it, like it, whatever you'd like to do. I love the people, all of y'all that are part of my vibe tribe, as we're here healing the heart of the divine masculine and the sacred feminine for the soul of mankind through conscious love. So if you already are part of that vibe tribe, thank you. If you are not and you would like to be, definitely subscribe or follow, whatever. And until next time, I love you all so very much. The light within me honors, values, and appreciates the light within you. Holla at your girl. If you ever want some tea, you know I got the tea. Bye.